Hi, Dr. Brent Hulsebus here. I'm here with my good friend JJ Tews. I met Mr. Tews here many years ago, about 14, 15 years ago. We were in the Ice Hog locker room together.
Yes.
JJ was the athletic trainer for the Ice Hogs when I first got involved in the team. He's the first athletic trainer I've ever worked with, and we've always shared information back and forth. And today you're a teacher over at Guilford, teaching science classes.
Yep.
And I tend to show up once in a while and help out in the science class from time to time.
Yes, you do.
And so we've always brainstormed together. He's one of the people I brainstorm ideas with, and I think it goes back and forth, and we try to work together to educate not only the students, but educate our patients too. And today I want to talk about post-game, post-recovery stuff. A lot of people know it's important to do things before games, to stretch and exercise. A lot of people are surprised how much effort goes into after the events. So do you want to give us a little tip about maybe like something to eat or drink or be conscious of after a sporting event?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize is that after your body, or after working out, your body will basically break down materials to incorporate energy. So one of the things that's really important to replenish is the amino acids and proteins in your body, which will help regenerate glycogen and protein synthesis within the body.
Okay, so you look at good protein. About how much protein do you recommend for everyone to take?
Well, it always varies depending on what the activity is. A lot of times I would suggest somewhere between 10 and 20 grams of protein based on your body type. Will usually give you an optimal amount of energy recovery after.
So something like myself, I always go out and play a game of tennis all day long. I probably want to do about 20 grams. But maybe my daughter, who's 13 years old, does run cross country, she might want to do like 10 more, closer to 10 grams.
Yes.
Being her different sizes.
Yep.
And then I usually recommend going to a protein store versus like a big box store or something to get my protein, because I think the quality of the protein is very important.
Yes.
I find a lot of times they want to do this whey proteins, which are just more like for a 14-year-old boy that wants to bulk up real big.
Yes.
And it doesn't really help at all with recovery.
Correct.
It's more synthetic stuff. So, and another problem I see a lot of times, especially with youth athletes, is will compete maybe 3 or 4 basketball games in one day. Or 5 or 6 games in a weekend tournament. I know some of these kids that are playing hockey, they'll play 2 or 3 games in a weekend. And I know there's a lot of things, a lot of problems with recovery in the legs, and especially those are our main movers. And I know there's ways to flush the legs out and stuff like that. Could you take a minute and demonstrate us the why we want to do that? And maybe it helps out other patients too with veins and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit why, and then maybe show us one?
Yeah, sure.
Great, I'll get out of your way.
All right, so I'm going to kind of demonstrate a leg flushing activity for people after doing some cardio leg activity exercises. So one of the things that we want to do is usually shortly after somebody will do a exercise, usually to prevent or to flush out the legs from the blood, we are going to come up to a wall, all right, and we're going to sit down and lay in kind of in a supine position like this with our feet up, okay? So a few things you look for is you want to be in a comfortable position here, because one of the things is you want to have a slight hold or tension on your hamstrings. Okay, and what that does is it keeps the veins within your legs kind of taut. Okay, so after the activities, we don't want the blood to pool in our legs. So if we get in this position, and those of you who are more flexible, you may want to move closer to the wall. All right, and when you do this, one of the things you can do is you can kind of point your toes. All right, and then bring your toes back towards you. And what this does is it acts as a pump for the muscle, and it will help flush blood through your circulatory system. When doing this, you probably want to just lay back, arms out to the side, and you just want to relax. And usually I say you want to do this for no more than 10 minutes. It only takes your body about 1 to 2 minutes to actually fully circulate your blood through your system. By doing that, then your body can help recover, especially within the veins. Your veins stay taut, the blood flows through, and the smooth muscle veins are less thick than the arteries that actually pump the blood. So what this does is it actually helps protect your vein system within your legs.
We find a lot of times gravity hurts us. This is one time gravity will actually help us.
That is correct. So that's why we get into this position. And then I would start doing this. I'd probably do it for about 4 or 5 minutes the first time for a while, and then I would bump up a minute the longer that I would do this until I get to about 10 minutes.
And if you play 3 games in one day, you might want to do this after each one of the games so you're more ready for the next game.
Yes, it'll help flush through a lot of the accumulated metabolic waste that your body creates during your activities.
The lactic acids and that kind of fun stuff.
Yep.
All right, well, hey, thank you for your time. Thanks for educating us. Thanks for showing us a few things. And fix the camera there. Sorry about that. And great to have you here. If you have any questions for either one of us, leave a comment underneath. We'll get back to you. And if you're at Guilford High School next year, you better get ready for Mr. Tews. He'll be teaching you next year.
That's right.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Have fun, and we'll talk to you next time.
All right, thank you.